Let's talk about something that a lot of people worry about, but can't really see or feel. I'm talking about a silent condition like fatty liver. It's time to stop wondering and start knowing, to replace all that guesswork with clear, solid data.
And this is the big question, right? If a condition doesn't really announce itself, if it doesn't give you any obvious warning signs, how on earth are you supposed to know it's even there? Well, let's break down exactly how you can find out, using a real evidence-based approach.
For most people, especially in the early stages, there are literally no symptoms. Zero. You could be feeling fantastic, full of energy, going about your day, and have absolutely no idea that fat is quietly building up in your liver.
And here's the really tricky part. There's usually no pain. It's not like a headache or a sprained ankle that screams for your attention. Your liver can be under some serious stress without sending out a single pain signal you can feel. That's why the old advice to just listen to your body doesn't quite work here. So, this really boils down to two very different paths. On one side, you've got guesswork. You feel a little tired, maybe a bit bloated, and you fall down that Dr. Google rabbit hole. But those symptoms could be anything. On the other side, you've got data, cold, hard facts from blood tests and scans. And that's the only way to get a real answer.
So if data is the key, where do we start looking? Well, the first and easiest place to check is your own bloodstream. This is almost always the first step in finding those initial clues.
The test you're looking for is called a liver function panel. Now, it sounds kind of technical, but the idea is actually super simple. It's a blood test that checks to see if your liver is stressed out or inflamed. It's the first official signal that something might be up.
And within that panel, there are three main things to keep an eye on. These enzymes called ALT, AST, and GGT. Just think of them as tiny little warning lights on your body's dashboard. When liver cells get damaged, these enzymes leak into your blood. So if the levels are high, that's one of the very first signs that your liver needs some attention.
Okay, so a blood test is great for finding the smoke, but to really see what's going on, we need to find the fire. For that, we need a way to actually look at the liver itself.
And the go-to tool for this is something you've definitely heard of, a simple ultrasound. Yep, it's the same exact technology used to look at babies during pregnancy. It's fast, it's totally painless, and it gives doctors an immediate picture of what's happening. So what are they actually looking for? It's pretty cool, really. A healthy liver looks smooth and dark on the ultrasound screen. But when fat gets into the liver cells, it changes things, and the liver actually starts to look brighter. It's a really clear visual clue that doctors can spot right away.
All right, so the blood work tells us if the liver is stressed, and the ultrasound shows us if there's fat. But that brings us to the third and maybe most important question. Has any of this started to cause real physical damage?
And to answer that question, there's a more specialized tool called a FibroScan. It's another quick and easy scan, but instead of just taking a picture, it does something amazing. It actually measures how stiff your liver is.
Okay, wait a second. Stiffness? Why in the world would we care how stiff an organ is? It sounds a little strange, right? But believe me, it's an absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle.
Because stiffness is just another way of saying scarring. The medical term is fibrosis. Think about it this way. Healthy skin is soft and flexible, but a scar from a cut is tough and stiff. It's the exact same idea inside your liver. The FibroScan tells doctors exactly how much scarring there is, and that tells them how far things have gone.
So let's put all of these pieces together. See, no single test tells the whole story. The real power here comes from combining all these different data points to get a complete, accurate picture of your liver's health.
And this is your complete diagnostic toolkit. The blood panel is your real-time alert. It tells you what's happening right now. The ultrasound gives you that visual confirmation of fat. And the FibroScan, well, that measures the damage. Put those three together and boom, you finally know exactly where you stand. No more guessing. Now, I get it. Hearing about all these tests and scans might sound a little intimidating, but I really want you to hear this next part. This whole process isn't meant to scare you. Not at all. It's about the exact opposite. It's about giving you control. Because once you have real data, once you know your numbers, you're not in the dark anymore. You are in the driver's seat. And the most amazing part? With this knowledge, you can take real steps to make things better. And in so many cases, you can even reverse the condition entirely.
So there it is, the roadmap from guesswork to real answers. It's a clear, three-step process that gives you the power to act. The power is in the data. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?